Yes, I think the most remarkable change that has happened over the last about 15 to 16 months is that as compared to the previous period, people really looked at market flows from measuring and understanding whether foreigners were buying into a market, they were sellers, or what were the international factors that were driving flows into a market and therefore influencing market levels. But now that has in a way changed for the better for us, because you have domestic flows and mutual fund industry is leading that in really raising close to more than $1 billion or $1.5 billion and sometimes even $2 billion of new flows every month. And I think now it is policymakers are standing up and taking attention to the fact that the mutual fund industry has this tremendous potential of acting as a counterbalance to FIIs who could, based on their aversion to risk, be buyers into a market or be sellers in a market. So I think a big change that is probably less talked about is the change in who is buying into our markets today. And it is really the domestic retail investors whose funds are coming into mutual funds. The industry has seen close to about 7,000-8,000 crores inflows every month consistently for close to about 15 or 16 months. And that's changed the equation in the marketplace about who's buying into markets. And I think for us as a nation, this is a huge positive. Yes, I think it's more important to look at how does it sort of help the members of the EPO first, and then try to look at how it helps the markets or the asset management industry. The larger issue is, I think all of us as members of EPFO and those who are members of EPFO, in a sense, were denied the opportunity to be a part or participate in the equity markets of our country because they were clearly 100% fixed income and very largely government debt oriented. I think that's change. The change is in a way a very, very important step. It seems still a small step because it's only 5% that we are starting with, but that does not matter. It's a good step to start with. And I think the fact that the exposure to this market, I must caution though, should be measured not in the next few months or even a year or two. You have to look at the impact of this 5% additional EPFO money coming into our markets over next 3 to 5 years. And I think it will begin to make a difference to the returns on our EPFO book. And I think that will also then over time encourage active money to also come into the asset management industry, which is really from the EPFO and the other pension providers. Yes, I think we have received regulatory approvals in terms of launching the product, and I think we are waiting to get the necessary approvals from the CBDT in terms of the tax benefits. I think it's a matter of time it will come, and we'll have some more retirement products from the mutual fund industry players as well. That's right. I mean, there are a number of categories and subcategories. It's not making things easy for investors to understand, but I think we have the advantage that we have a very large and an active distribution community which can carry that message of that product pretty effectively, and where there is clearly a tax benefit and clearly the benefit of investing in products like these for retirements is well documented. So I think there could be some issues in people understanding the tax benefit to begin with, but once that's done, and as any new beginning makes, for a period of time it begins to gather momentum, which I'm sure this will. Thank you.